Welcome to today's live stream. I'm excited about this one. The other day, I ran across Shane Vibes Truth post on Instagram where he threw it out there. What's your favorite truth documentary, awakening documentary, eye-opening documentary, true history, right? We've been lied to a lot for a long time about a lot of things. We really don't know how much, because that's the insidious nature of the lies. By the way, I've got a little bit of a sniffly nose today, so I apologize for that. And I was going to play or find Shane's post because in the comments there's a lot of great documentaries and great things like Zeitgeist and EUROPA and The Greatest Story Never Told and all sorts of things, just wonderful documentaries. But I want to throw it out there to you guys and leave me, let me know in the comments section what you what you're watching, what you've watched, what's been the biggest eye opener to you. Ironically enough, I could not find, I looked for his post and I couldn't find it. I'm never able to search him up. I think it's because he just speaks so much truth that they don't want people to find him. Let's be real. It's always frustrating. I look and look, and even when I find his backup account, I still can never find his real account. It's so weird. It's so frustrating to me. I can find all the other people's accounts on there, but not that one. Anyway, let me just share while we're at it here. My top three currently, there's a lot of them, and I've included this. It's off screen right here, but it's the Great Awakening Guide. Maybe you're familiar with it. It's at greatawakeningguide.com. I created that. It started off as the Patriot's Guide to Saving America, and then I quickly realized, I don't want to be aligned with the American empire and or patriotism, because I think this is bigger. This is a humanity versus the evil forces in the world type of situation. And so I didn't want to be, aligned with that. At the time, what happened was I just thought, well, if Americans don't want to wake up or can't wake up or aren't willing to, pull the veils pull the wool back from their eyes, I don't want to create a product that's going to, not be viable for the future. So I changed it so we started as a Patriot's Guide to Saving America. Then it went into how to save the world. And I was like, that's not quite right. Then it became the Great Awakening Guide at greatawakeningguide.com. And the top three documentaries, hey, how you doing? The top three documentaries that I put in the quick start section of that guide are All Wars Are Bankers' Wars, right? That's an hour long on YouTube. Everything is a Rich Man's Trick. That's 3 hours and a little bit extra on YouTube. That's fantastic. And I see it play out all the time now. And the third one currently is The Mystery of Israel at stopworldcontrol.com/Israel. Those are my top three. Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. And the reason I created that is it's for like the noobs, like you and I. We get it, right? I find it endlessly fascinating. I don't even need Netflix. I don't need Hulu, Amazon Prime. Watching this show, sometimes dark, sometimes disturbing, sometimes encouraging, sometimes comical, sometimes tragic, play out on the global stage is the most interesting, engaging, hi, how you doing, show I've ever seen. I don't need to watch, I don't need to watch the new Tom Cruise movie. I don't need to watch the new James Bond movie. It's all going to be predictive programming or subliminal messaging or whatever else they do to try to, play this game of lies and deception and move the pieces down the board, because we're watching it play out right before our very eyes. Others that come to mind are Thrive. I'm getting into Thrive 1 and 2. That's kind of at this point, it's kind of old school. Those are kind of old school documentaries at this point. Still good, right? Still good. I reference Foster Graham's pyramid of control all the time, right? Some people in the US, I used to believe this, believe that we the people, power comes from the bottom up. That's not how it is, right? The power comes from the top down. It always has. They just gave the illusion that it doesn't. It's much like how my eyes were opened a while back when I shared a video of a brilliant guy talking about HR departments at corporations. They're not there to protect the employee. They're there to protect the corporation and the owners from the employees, So it's pretty wild to think about. And I think that's how the US is as well. The politicians are there to give us the illusion that they're working for us. They really don't, right? Nothing ever. Our dollar loses buying power, endless wars, financial collapses, and now pandemics. It's a wild situation, but it is what it is, But we'll see what happens in the future. People are waking up en masse. No one is going to the other side saying, "Oh, I actually changed my mind about the GOV." But they're all going to the side of people waking up. That's for sure. That's 100% for sure. And like I said, I wish I could find that post, but it's hidden in the Instagram algorithm for some reason. So it may remain there. I won't be able to find it again till he comes up again on the radar. Another person that I found that really has some cool stuff is Chris Dwayne, and he's on YouTube. He's got 2 channels, and he talks about the money system that's going to collapse, right? And what to do to be prepared in that situation. I think it's important for all people to kind of have a backup plan. We know it's going to happen again. Last time it happened in 2008. Pretty big. Lots of people got wiped out. I know people personally who got wiped out. What was it before then? Early 2000s, the dot-com bubble. We know it's coming. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time before it comes. But it's something to keep an eye on, and all the distractions they do, keep us from seeing what's really going down, right? They have to distract us. They're common, like pickpockets or thieves. They distract over there while they and their friends take wealth and resources over there, right? Biggest problem facing humanity, from my opinion, is the consolidation of wealth, power, and control in the hands of a very few. And who helps those people get that wealth, power, and control? It's a club, like Carlin said, right? It's a big club, and we're not in it. And I don't want to be in their big club. But they work hand in hand. They work in tandem with one another, BlackRock, Blackstone, politicians, all the big investment companies and investment firms, including hedge funds, I believe. They work hand in hand to pilfer Americans and the rest of the world. The reason they're hammering America pretty hard now is they've already done a pretty good job taking things from the rest of the world. Let's be real. Resources, money, right? IMF giving loans to countries structured in such a way so they acquire the resources, the assets, right? Whether it's minerals, land, property, manufacturing processes, etc. It's theft, and people are waking up to it. But I think they've already taken so much from the rest of the world that they're coming home, right? And there was a fantastic video. His channel, this guy Greg Stoker, Stoker, with something Outpost. Greg Stoker. You can find him on Instagram. He said it's called, what did he call it? Foucault's Principle. I think it's called Foucault's, Foucault. It's this situation where oppressive colonizers, once they've done their dirty deeds all around the world in other countries, they come home and they do dirty deeds at home, right? It's kind of like I equate it to like a drunk going out and doing bad things all over the city and then coming home and doing bad things in his own home. That's how I equate it, like a drunk dad or something, you know. They just don't know any other way. They're so bent and so corrupt and so criminal. They don't know any other way than to be that way, right? And this is why good people, I call good people to stand up and do research and wake up, and not only for the cause, but for their own selves and their own family, right? That's why these documentaries, they will open your eyes, right? Anyways, there's my 2 cents. If you're watching this in the future at some point in time, let me know in the comments what your favorite truth or documentary is, and go pick up the Great Awakening Guide at greatawakeningguide.com. I'll catch you in the next one. I appreciate you very much for watching. Until next time, I wish you all the best health, wealth, and success. Have an awesome day.